have I got? Thank you so much for that host, Sarah. Not Sarah. Eros. There we go. One host closer to getting some turkey. I appreciate it. Hey Sarah. Hey Cario. Hi Grit, I guess. All right. So today we're finally gonna start What Remains of Edith Finch. Let me throw it up here on the TV. Oop. I didn't hit anything, but okay. I guess this is where we are now. Gibbs is sleeping on my real jacket, so hopefully this isn't too noisy. I don't know, we'll see. I hope everybody's having a good day. I got a lot of work done. I did a whole bunch of crocheting. I'm working on a couple blankets for Christmas because I'm ahead of the fucking game this year. Suck it. How loud is it? Is it okay in terms of loud? I have a question. Alright. Let us play game. Oh, okay, so I can. Gee, thanks, Cario. I appreciate it. I don't know if this is going to be easier to play with a controller or with a keyboard. Okay, we're on a boat. On Puget Sound. Where is that? I've heard that name. What region? Are we actually moving? Yes, we're actually moving. Okay. Yeah, it looks really good. Correct? Okay, so E.
A lot
there
of
we
this
go.
isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry.
Hang on. Camera control. I not put subtitles on here? Ultra! No! Okay, apparently I can't do, closed captions, which sucks. Sorry about that, guys. So let me know if you can't hear it. Okay, so we've got our family tree here. Edith. The name.
I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh, hey, Jacob, how are you? Of Edith Sparrow. Lol.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Missing. If you have information about Milton, call the Orcas Island Police Department. 2003. October. Ugh. Yeah, I see the subtitle experience now. Maybe I should lower my mouse sensitivity so that you guys aren't constantly... so I don't constantly wiggle you guys. And this is pretty.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay, so
mailbox were bills
can
from
grab
7
it.
years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I can grab it, but I have to continue the movement. Okay. No, you're not going to take the mail? Not gonna take it out? Really? Shitty. Okay, where is the reticle? Can I get the reticle back? I hope that's not super annoying, because I'm really dumb and I need it, so...
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Hey, Metal. I'm doing great, Jacob. I'm doing great. Oh, I guess we could go through the gate. That's fine. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. I want to go hiking, guys. Let's all go hiking. Oh, we're wearing what looks like an engagement ring on a necklace. That's totally an engagement ring.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Is it getting a little fuzzy? Should I lower the settings maybe? Just a titch? Oh, really, Metal? That I don't know. I'll believe it if you tell me that. Seems okay? Alright. I think it's just I've got the lights blaring in my face, so I'm having a little trouble focusing on it. Because it's not Binding of Isaac, so it's not, you know, single color cartoon shapes.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hoof prints? What kind of hoof prints? That was a little gross. Oh dear, okay. No way you are that chill. No fucking way. I put a red filter on the light for extra spoop. You know what? I could do that. Do it.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I think I like the subtitles. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure how I feel about the... Well, I guess they're not subtitles. Super titles? They're over and above everything.
The house was exactly like I remembered it. The way I'd been dreaming about it.
Fucked up. Fucked up house. That's another missing poster. Is it really dark? It's probably really dark. I hope so, Jacob. I hope so. That game was so sad. Could have been so much better than it was. So confused by the end. Maybe when we get inside, it'll be a little bit better. Is that a dinosaur dragon? A lot of missing posters. I don't know that they're super helpful over here. That. I zoom in. Oh, I can. Oh, it's a beer can. I jump? No. We go in the front door or the garage? I'm family. I go in the garage.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Doesn't look very safe.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words
No
were.
longer a child.
I was afraid of the house.
door. Do I have an inventory or anything? Maybe not yet. I guess I'm supposed to go in the front door. Whatever.
I heard
Excuse
something
me.
moving around in the garage.
Better be a cat. That is, I think that's a little too steep to be ADA compliant. What do you say, Grid? It's a nice picture of stuff. Sorry, I'm being cynical.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Kind of grabbed my camera there. I couldn't really look away. I bet this would be smarter to play in headphones. Nitpicky, cynical, whatever. You're being nitpicky. I don't know, I'm sorry. Alright. I just barely win. That's not even a win. Okay, hang on. This is gonna be... If I get an alert, my ears are gonna literally explode. Okay. Gary's potting mix? Is that like Gary's mod except for potting mix? Okay, I guess I have to go inside.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Don't put your fingers in it, there's razor blades.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Doesn't look super long abandoned. Finch. Oh man, look at those. Look at those. Listen to those, wind chimes. Ha! Really?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Alright. Raw, foul. Nice kayak. Ah, this is open. Don't leave it open. No, not the ghost maid. What is this? I don't understand what this is. Thing I can really interact with.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years,
Okay, so Edith. Milton was missing, right? Lewis was dead. I guess Don and Eddie? Edie? Eddie? Are the rents?
I felt like I was home.
Thought you were scared of the house. Yeah, Cario, you were probably right. This definitely doesn't seem to be as
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
creepy as I thought. Loving memory, Lewis Finch, beloved brother to Edith, son of Don, great grandson to Edie. Okay, so it is Edie, not Eddie. I'll get some ice. We have 2 copies of The Witch's Kitchen, I noticed. Also Raw Fowl. Be a really good book.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
That's a noise. Ooh, an apple pie recipe. Ah, oh, man, I need to make apple pie. What am I wearing? The coat. Gibbs is sleeping on my pink coat, so I'm not allowed to wear it right now.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
The Book of Mushrooms. Where's that noise coming from?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
I wish I could open the cabinets. Okay, I do not need to read the covers of the spines of the books in a friggin' video game. I don't need to do that.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Eating Chinese and drinking wine. I'm here for this. This is a good game.
It was like a bomb had gone off,
Stop
killing
grabbing my
everyone
camera.
but sparing the furniture.
Okay, so Grandma's wheelchair here. That's interesting. Grandma's got the nice flatware and noises. And I want some floor-to-ceiling bookshelves someday.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sank? No, my sad life doesn't have me owning a house. So weird. I also keep scorpions on my wall. Let's not go in there quite yet. There we go.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
That's Bigfoot? The music box full of Bigfoot? Oh, she must have worked on horror movie sets then. She a movie star? Perhaps?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh. Oh, they're door locks. Cocked off the door. Interesting. Go upstairs or downstairs, you think? The, older brother of one of the kids I went to high school with actually disappeared.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
You had a 45-second delay? Wow. I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of not as looking at chat as I usually am. Okay, we've got like 6 copies of the same picture. A Viking's belly.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Yes, both of those things are rational. There's so many books.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Oops. Okay, how do I get out of the...
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So perhaps everybody has their own room that never then changes? That's why the house is all...
Lewis
all
told me
bizarre?
there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Okay. Oh,
Turns
I have
out,
to...
my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
I don't think I want to go in there yet. Okay, now we're starting to get some house creaks. Then... Oh, she died in 2010.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Alvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Is that poorly phrased or no?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Hang on, this is a bathroom. Gregory? Gregory's room is a bathroom? He's 1. He died at 1. See, I would... Am I the kind of person that has a hollowed out book? Of course I am. If it didn't have a lock on it, and if the room were furnished, I would buy that. But since the room is not furnished, especially since it's an underwater themed room and the book is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I would 100% buy that. But since the room is not furnished, okay, I can walk up the stairs. Oh yeah, exactly, Jacob. That's exactly what I thought.
the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Maybe Milton's not dead?
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh, so now we're in, first room, right?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Hey, Clark! Yeah, everyone's probably dead. Ollie.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Oh, thank God there's no hamster in there.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh, I can't see it again? Damn it, I can't open it again? I accidentally closed it. Kept it in a drawer?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I do want a jellyfish plush, though. Just for the record. I want everybody to know that. Oh, nice. Didn't realize we came out of a wardrobe. This is so not dusty enough for something that's been sealed up for like 40 years. December 1947.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Please don't eat the hamster.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Maybe you shouldn't have been a little shit.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Here's the gerbil.
I thought about eating Christopher,
Ow!
but I held back.
What 5-year-old gets their own attached bathroom? That's some bullshit.
I kept eating and eating.
Do that. Oh God.
I ate a lot of things that night.
They're not okay.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Yes. Rational. Am I gonna fall off? Oh.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
You know, that feel when you're 5 and you turn into a cat. Wait to eat this fucking bird.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Where am I? Guess maybe I could stop for a second and look. That's why dentists don't want you to eat toothpaste. Goddamn
Now I
dentists.
was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Eee! Oh boy.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
This isn't grass. Do I not be like this?
Rabbits.
Do I have to catch a rabbit?
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Who's this lady? Thank you for those bits! Though that is an appropriate... That is such an appropriate sound. See a cake of...
A mama rabbit.
You want to eat a mama rabbit? Why are we eating so many rabbits?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
That's not a good place for a shark. But... What the fuck is this game? Yeah!
I rolled
Woohoo!
off a cliff and into the ocean.
Okay.
Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh. Want to be forced to kill seals.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I an octopus? I am a tentacle monster. Oh, yes. Hell yeah. Feels disconcertingly like Google Street View.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Songs. Can I look up? It is. No, I'm under a car. I'm stuck. Yes, the squelchy sounds are very, very horrible. Maybe this isn't the way I should have gone.
I was big, and I moved real quiet.
Well, you know, giant tentacle monsters eating people is definitely very Halloween, so...
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
You eat him. You eat him. You are a tentacle monster. There was a bird here. Fuck. This is kind of difficult to move.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry.
Not a
Across
passenger,
the
that's
water,
the
I
captain.
smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
I don't know that it's necessarily a fetish. It's more, I mean, the
I
vores,
slithered onto the sand,
maybe.
and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Yes, those are words that I never said. Ah, yeah, we're a poop monster now.
I got
back in our
closer
bedroom?
and closer.
Are you gonna eat yourself? You gonna eat your mom? Please don't eat the gerbil. Please don't make me eat the gerbil.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
1937 to 1947. Well, he died at 10. Okay. I heard a cat. Oh, there it is.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
I don't know,
Edie
should
would
we...
have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
I don't know if we should...
Though,
I feel like the house
when
progresses
we adopted
up.
a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I don't know, I don't want to... There's still the other downstairs door. Oh, I keep forgetting I have to finish the movement of opening these things.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Stuck on. Grind sketches.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Sam of... Hey. Oh, Sam and somebody wedding. Recital.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Random junk. Home movies. Sam Photo Award. Conspiracy Now. My Friend Bigfoot.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. Built in 1937
When
by
Edie told
Sven.
people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
I wouldn't. Tragedy strikes Finch family ponds. Celebration turns mourning.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Norwegian folk tales. I want to go in that door yet.
Her room was like a museum.
Ah. Still to have one of those. Jeez.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Yeah, now we know.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Oh, so he wrote that book. Interesting. Okay. Joining the great majority. I mean, dead people? Probably. Oh, I really wanted this to be... Never mind.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It
What was
was
the
a
name
pretty
on
big
this?
trace.
There's a secret in this bathroom. Okay, this is... weird.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Ah. Okay, nope, don't go in yet. No, I don't want to go in yet. Just... Hey, Atom Bomb. I'm having fun so far, so... Alright, okay, so I guess we can go in here.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
I don't know anything about photo development. Giant gap in my knowledge. Okay, Milton's been here also. Oh, hey. Fort Calvin. Oh, okay. Okay. It's an interesting setup. Oh, I really love this. Really love this whole nonsense here. Fort Sam. Aw, man, I can't jump down onto the bed. You like space.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
It's space, space.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This is really cool. And I wish my parents loved me this much.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did.
Okay.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Make me murder another 10-year-old.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Yep.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. And maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Parents in the 40s, apparently.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
No, Grid and I went on
Mom
swings.
said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Grid and I went on swings recently. Relatively recently. It's not as easy as an adult. You have more jiggly inside bits. Ah! Cute. Love all these book locks. I also really love her glove sleeves. Oh, he was 11? Good. Thank goodness. That makes it okay. I'll murder an 11-year-old. Like, they know what's up.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Orange tabby wine. I don't want to go in here yet. Maybe I do?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Ah, so she was in Bigfoot movies, I guess. Very Shirley Temple. She also 10, 11? No,
I
you were
never
a
thought
little
about
older.
how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got
gotta
stuck
have the emergency
babysitting
table
her
saw break.
youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Probably didn't have those in the 40s, right?
Okay, I'm hearing frustration,
Ah,
but
get it
I'm
off!
not hearing terror. What if I tried...
Carry out. That was terribly appropriate. Thank you for that host.
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be
Okay.
back in a sec.
No, you won't.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Do I have to do this? Yep.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Am I a part of this story now? I do want to go see the basement. Probably not allowed to at this point.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Why did Rick have a crutch? Oh, good. Zombies.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
You know.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh, hit him. Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, you fucking deserve that, you shitty piece
Barb,
of crap.
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
In the
I'm
basement that your
not
father
scared,
just died
Rick.
in.
I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She
Nice.
threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, so the house hadn't... Well, it's constantly changing, I suppose. I'm just gonna break this Tiffany lamp, hope you don't mind. This is the Walter room, right? Yeah.
Walter, are you there?
I can't, like, turn.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Nice.
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened.
Get it off!
Metal, thank you for the host. Is it Rick again? Oh, he's dead.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
How do I go downstairs? There it is.
The hookman had vanished.
Oh shit.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I swear I had that giant plastic pumpkin.
At the door, she heard whispering.
Is that Halloween?
Coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night.
Huh.
And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time.
Little
He
shit.
took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
real eerie tale.
Well, okay.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, I guess that's it in here. Oh, how did I get out? Here we go. I don't know that this is a horror game. I don't want to say that this is a horror game anymore. Where's the Kit Kat clock? Didn't see it. Oh. I hate those. I fucking hate those. Also, they're damn expensive.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Okay, so now we know how to go downstairs.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
That's probably what we would have gotten had we... Oh man, that is the coolest. Fred, build me a house.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Okay, we continue to go upstairs?
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, so no. Now we get to go
It's funny.
downstairs.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
I thought this had a name. Oh, no, it just says Gregory. Gregory. Did I miss that? Am I dumb? The pink bathroom was a result of Ben's first wife, Kay, though. Right? No, I mean, I didn't miss who Gregory is. Have a Gregory? Oh, there is a Gregory. He is 1 year old. Okay. And some other leaf. Okay, so I guess we just don't have...
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Well, is the whole house a library? Yeah, that's kind of... it wouldn't have been a year then. But it also shouldn't have been a bathroom. I don't know. That doesn't... I guess that was kind of my thought too, but that doesn't really make sense. Okay. We will find out? Okay, good. I was worried I missed it. Okay, save spot. I'm gonna take a quick break, grab a piece of chocolate to make me stop being sad. Hang on just a second, I'll be right back. Alright. Let's go in the basement. Basement. Oh. Sorry. Damn it, where is it? How did we even get to that one? Alright guys, that was stupid. Wait, are we pregnant? You mentioned a belly earlier, and she's only 17. She's not wearing an engagement ring. Why? Because she can't fit it on her finger because she is bloated? Yeah, I just hit the wrong scene. That was my fault. Plunderbox. Store your shit. Perfect for stacking. Plunderbox. Nugular. Oh, that's my new word. Getting there? Probably later. When did they invent the, table saw break? What year?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Heh.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's the second heavy bag? Oh no, this is just the heavy bag. The one heavy bag that we've already seen.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Hiding pieces of Barbara. No, I'm kidding.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Still isn't a thing? What do you mean isn't a thing?
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh yes, a fallout shelter. Alvinos. Why would you stock pea soup of all the shitty things to stock?
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Jiggly Farms.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Like an emergency shower? Or a camping shower, rather. Model building. Walter. Oh, you lived to be an old person. That's good.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
He's been down here for 30 years?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
How do I do this? How do I... There we go.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
guess it's a mouse drag.
That's what kept me sane.
As shitty as actually opening cans, which is shitty.
Having a schedule.
Oh my god.
Living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
You eat peaches every day.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Just freebasing these peaches here. Blah.
And then one day,
I need-
everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Okay, so they left in 2010, so he was definitely
It's been
down
a week
here.
now, the longest in 30 years.
So Edie was bringing him food. Or company or
I'm
something.
done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Oh man, I remember these like aluminum folding tables. TV trays. Cracking the curse. Evil unleashed. Spiritual warfare. Leave arms.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
Was he's probably hiding from the
Whatever
curse then?
killed Barbara. And Molly.
As long as the cans aren't puffy, probably won't get botulism.
And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
If I went back though, I guess I shouldn't do that.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
And you
I'm
can
going
still
to
get
appreciate all
botulism.
of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Good call, Grid. Good call. Wow, so okay, he was a little crazy.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
I not turn the radio off?
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Well, good for you, Cario.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Botulism, or with a train in your face.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make
Garbage
the
pit?
same mistakes she made.
I don't want to look there. I want to look here at the garbage pit. You know. Where did he poop, though? Where did the poops go? There was probably a toilet back there, wasn't there?
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
She is pregnant. She probably shouldn't be squeezing through all these narrow areas.
Now that there's only one of us left. Or maybe two.
Yep.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
You walk a little faster through the train bridge?
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Oh, Metal, is that what happened to
Maybe
you?
it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Poor sweetie.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
I know we have one family story that when my mom was pregnant with me, she ended up like having to crawl through the trunk of a Dodge Charger, which is not a tall car. Not a tall car. Maybe I also got a little squished. Can we just go out to sea? Kids are bouncy though. They're fine.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, you got it. Well, did they have a charger? I don't know.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Grandma's was red though, like this black cherry. So side note, I'm having fun with this. This isn't, Harrio was right and this isn't exactly as scary as I thought it was going to be, but should we also play Ethan Carter? Does anybody have an opinion? That one at least is about murder. Oh, they had a charger? Okay. Not that I doubted. I didn't doubt. Should have just been like, yes, if somebody is telling me this, probably true. I don't know Jack.
And when you look at the house,
Did love that car.
had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
I keep forgetting I have to follow through with the rest of these motions. Go back in the house? I guess not. I guess we're outside for a little bit. I'm interested in
I
this.
think we've been surrounded by death for so
I don't
long,
mean, like,
we've
stop.
just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
I don't care about your opinion.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Derpy and Derpy Jr.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh. fix the frog one though? Aw. Hit a Bailey.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Die in a book? We don't know how Edie passed yet. Oh, Barbara is also dead. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was the mother.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Huh.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
House? Huh. Hey, Ron.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, that is the old house. Huh. Jump, just do it.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Oh, there's Gregory, okay. So Gregory was one of her uncles.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
Sarah!
Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
Thank you for those bits.
For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I called it! Don't do this. Are you dumb? Are you a dumb person? You're a dumb person. You're a dumb person. Do I go now? See, this is another reason why I couldn't ever have kids, because I would do dumb shit like this.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Oh, I guess I can't walk through the door, right?
They were both pretty intense.
Upsetty spaghetti, oh boy. I feel like I have relatives like Uncle Sam here.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Can't move any further.
Not quite.
Are we adjusting the anything? Oh, there we go.
What?
Guess this is my problem. adjust everything.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Art.
Do you want to get a picture of me or what?
Oh, do I? Did I? Oh, here you are.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Like 8. Not hard. Oh yeah, let's take a picture of birds and shit.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
What else do we got? Got some secret shit to take pictures of? Secret shit?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Ew, Dad. Dad, stop peeing. Dad.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
It's uncomfortable.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Knackers.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Ooh, Herb. Ah,
Good eyes, Dawn.
I found it. I found Bambi,
Before you take the
bitches.
shot, let me get a picture of you.
Take a picture. No, shoot the deer.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Aw. Oh, this is shitty. Shitty.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, I'm controlling him now. Okay. Oh, God.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, come on. I knew you were going to make me do it again if I failed.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Well, that's traumatizing.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
I see you. Really? Oh, okay. I guess you're allowed to lock the gun cabinet. That's a smart, responsible decision.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Oh, that cabinet TV, though. Is that a cat? Tell me it's not. I can see. Dark. Line ticket. Kay. Wait, I thought Kay was Sven's wife. Yeah, I misunderstood. Being something after... I can understand that, Garia.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
You know, just let the kids play in the walls. Insulation, I mean, it's only fiberglass, whatever. It's a little itchy, big deal. Now just shut up and let the mood happen. Gregory, here we go. Here's a Gregory answer. Divorce contract. Lawsuit has been filed against you. You have 20 calendar days to summon the summon. I suppose I don't need to read the divorce contract. We all understand how those. Okay, maybe not work. Oh no. Okay, Kay was Sam's husband, wife. Sorry, wife.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
I mean, asbestos is only a problem if you, like, powder it. And asbestos usually is what, siding? So that's not probably going to be in the crawl space, right? Probably. I don't want to be a baby that
I think
dies.
he saw things the rest of us
do me.
don't.
Like this. I do miss being in a bathtub when the bathtub was gigantic and
Back time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Are we gonna go down with the bathwater?
Hello?
Gregory to hear this. He's 1. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, we're gonna, yep.
He'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Okay, so now we understand why Gregory is a bathroom. Probably why they got divorced. I don't know that I'd put the divorce papers in the monument. He did love his frog. Vaughn and Gus. Strength, respect, teamwork. Those army posters up in the 1-year-old's bedroom.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh, so was Kay all of their mothers? Probably, right?
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Yeah.
You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Nice. Nice. Go fly a kite, he said. Like the spiked bracelet. This.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Fuck your chairs.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The
Yeah,
thunder
keep flying
sounded
this
much
kite.
too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Yikes.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
What was on the totem? I saw it the first time when it looked like it had, and then I didn't
She never talked about him, but
look at it again.
Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, the totem fella. Oh. Yep. Yeah, because it was broken on the beach, wasn't it? Where I have that exact same card. House rules. No playing outside without permission, no answering the door for strangers, no messes after dark, all chores before dark. 3 separate light switches, although... Room is interesting. Oh, and another heavy bag, okay. Like a very strict room. Raise flags, 7:30 a.m., breakfast 8 a.m., quiet time 11 p.m. Duties, Dawn, sweep, trash, Gus, mop, mow yard, Greg, be a baby. Okay. Very strict. Great American poetry. The Constitution for kids. Reading the mind. I want a climbing wall in my bedroom.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
This is pretty.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Was it atom bomb? Nice. 10 points for grid.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Religion, science. Ways to teach critical thinking. Fly to India. Pledge application deadlines. Not know what that means.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Okay, so Lewis is our brother. Go that way. Not gonna go that way. Oh, solar panels though. Good, nice.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Does it, Grid? Kinda did, didn't it?
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
I really like these. Stand up garden planters. I have mint. As I'm looking at the plants going, does that look like mint? Kind of.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Oh, this is the best. I don't know what this is. Is it like a... Oh, it is a grill. Okay. Look at that. Making things shit hot. Like the little,
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
some of the little things, like the pack all your shit boxes. Analyze objectively, never stop learning, assume nothing, respect criticism, and ask tough questions. With rules. Please don't let there be a hamster in here. Oh, good.
But it didn't last.
The curse. Oh, MacBook there. Alfredo. Efforts end in disaster.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Is the house gonna fall at the end and we're gonna die? ending our line.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Fred, I'm getting so many ideas for the house you're gonna build
I think
me.
Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Way too small a book to be this long. Paint his way out of the world.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Really know what happened to Milton, definitively.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, right. Then she sealed the doors.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
This is a beautiful game.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Lewis, the other brother, right?
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room.
Nice lady.
Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
The other brother. Yeah, it probably comes with the name, right?
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room.
Even unlocked.
Except
Closer
Lewis.
look. Legalize marijuana. Starting to be a little bit of an impossible geometry here. And away from home to save himself? That sounds logical. Yes, a hookah. I was really hoping there was going to be one in Edie's room, but there wasn't.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Like
that
pot?
Been lived on.
What is it? Wonderland Turbo. This must be an off-brand.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Hey. Lettuce, you're ruining it. Where's the smoke up button? The dank kush button.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, there it is. Oh, are we also playing a video game? Sick. Good.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats and toads. And things that have not names.
We're gonna
He
lose
knew
a
it was
hand.
all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh no.
I worried about him then.
Getting better
Daydreaming at the
graphics.
cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Yep.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
Oh yeah, I
He talked
forgot she
about
was pregnant.
starting a band.
Smoke while you're pregnant.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Really pretty.
The queen was on her own quest for
Hey, I'm
sinister
closer over here,
serpents.
so. Shoot.
He followed the sound of her
Electric
silver
sitar.
harp.
Should have chosen that. Yeah, I also should have gotten serpents. Crap.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh god. Getting backed up on Piash.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Been a game designer. Yeah, no Lewis achievement.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Why is there so much blood on the floor?
He began to forget the world we know.
Hey, Rorax.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
But you? I don't want to go up here. Probably nowhere else to go.
I still thought I could save him. even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Hey, Spud.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna look like to us when we finally chop some part of our anatomy off with that fish slicer?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting me.
Molly? Yep. I like that guy.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Up. I don't like their logo. It's insulting.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Is that everybody? I mean, other than the, I guess Dawn. Oh, that's our mother. She must have just died. Yeah, I've forgotten about that. Up top? I hate the gaming keyboards with the WASD keys, different colors. Like, I know which ones they are, thanks. I can find them. Hey. Theodore's Quality Cigars. I guess we can't smoke because we're pregnant. Yeah, it's a little bit grim. I still don't understand. Well, I think we're gonna end up at the end.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral,
never mind.
My mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Well, please don't tell me you left
She
Edie
wanted
here.
to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Okay, so this must have been our apartment. Orgnant.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
I don't like the shink of the box cutter. Disaster relief. Sanjay Kumar, that's our dad. This. Oh. Yep.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Like that. that bringing in of the words to reality. I also like how these books are finally purely visual, as opposed to had books through the whole thing that have been words. These ones are
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"You guys are terrible."
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's
Grandma
just
ain't just
enjoy
having
our
none of your
lives.
shit.
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh, we're back in the downstairs. We're back in the downstairs. That has something to do with babies. I don't know anything about Swedish fairy
the power had
tales.
been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Sure, this is probably this has to be calling back to something. It's too well thought out to not be. Okay, I'm too small. I don't know about the music box.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Ah. I had forgotten about the library.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh, so it's not as small as I thought it was. Pink and yellow. Huh. Funny. Just started reading that.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, I guess I have to... Thought we were chasing the words again like we did outside in the...
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
No way timber lasted for like 80 years underwater. I mean, it would have lasted, but not out of water like that.
Rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around
Well, we're lost forever.
I started seeing things.
I didn't like that sound.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
This is the stove that was inside, or very similar. Is this all the stuff that was inside?
Or maybe I came back to them.
Sewing machine, isn't it? The black singer. Definitely think Granny smoked the
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Terrible metal.
We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh. Alright, Eros. I'm just not sure how to respond. Cannot donate an optic nerve.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
We a yarn person? We grow up into a yarn person?
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Oh, please don't make me...
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Why am I
This
being
journal
birthed?
was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Huh. kind of not having feels related to the stories. I'm not having like story feels, but it's making me think about my own life. My grandma was the story collector. She had a very hard childhood. He ascribed a lot of value to stories and the history and the trinkets and the treasures and the stuff. And she passed 4 years ago. You know, you always feel like you've never gotten as much as, well, I don't want to say gotten as much as you could have, because it's not like you have to wring a person dry before they die, oh shit, but like, you know, there are conversations that you didn't have, there are things you didn't ask, there are things that now nobody knows. So, being forced to look at that, kind of rough. I'm gonna have to check out the wiki, but yeah, I'm sure I missed things. I'm sure there are a lot more things like the little jumping guys in the tub where we got an achievement for that, which was really cool. I guess I didn't really know what this was. I think I assumed this was something different than it was. Which Ario tried to warn me and then I argued about. But I'm glad we played this. I think this was a valuable experience. It was a beautiful game. It had some very interesting interactions. I wish there were more things to touch, I guess. I guess that's what I wanted. Yeah, I guess I haven't really played any walking simulators. I didn't really know what to expect. I don't know, I mean, obviously it's not as, like, oh shit, right in the giblets as, like, Night in the Woods was, but it kind of has that same feeling. Can we play Dream Daddy now? Not a Halloween game. Not that this was either. Guard for Life 2. Huh. Man, all I'm getting out of this is like, I miss my grandma. I do want to play Ethan Carter because I think that was... I mean, I had seen a lot of Ethan Carter, so I didn't want to play it because I thought I had already... Terrible metal terror. I thought I'd already kind of experienced that, but now I'm trying to remember what happened in it, and I remember none of it. So... maybe that would be a good game that we could play. Also... you guys aren't opposed? Well, it was also a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to last longer, but that's a me problem. Good watch Ethan Carter? Awesome. Good. So now what do we do? I think maybe... I don't know how to follow this up, but I don't really want to stop streaming, so maybe we'll play some more Binding of Isaac? I I will think about it and be right back. In just a second. All right.
He needs
So,
to be saved.
yeah, sorry, Metal. I'm not really in the mood for for RimWorld. I feel like maybe I'll play a couple games of this, and then when I inevitably die and get salty, then we'll just kind of call it. Where is game?
Isaac's soul is still
like
corrupt. He needs to be cut off from all that is evil in this world and confess his sins. I will follow your instructions, Lord.
I can try to play it where I'm just a little bit more awake, which is to say, at all awake. At all. God, I can't believe Clark is still hanging on a streambox. I know, I know. Bye, Metal. Go watch Ko. He's playing something underwater. You'll hate it. They don't know if he's going now. Oh, what did I just pick up? Oh, $3 bill. Shit. Really want $3 bill. Here we go, dropping frames again. Why? Obsessed fan? Oh, it's this one. This one sucks. I don't care about this one. Bible thump the game. Man, I'm still trying to process that whole story. So, do you guys think there was a curse, or how do you guys feel about the curse? The proposed curse? You think it was created in the... Oh no, it is my stream. My stream is derping. Hopefully it'll stop. Oh, it's totally me. Hopefully it'll stop. Apparently my internet doesn't want us to play Binding of Isaac either. Damn it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling, Rorax. Wait. That from happening. Hang on just a second, guys.